This past Saturday, we did Joe Dispenza's Walk for the World, and on this video, I want to explain exactly what my experience was, how it significantly opened up my heart, and just continue to expand over the weekend. What's up, guys? My name is Nico Rapkless. Welcome to the YouTube channel. I've made several different Joe Dispenza videos on this particular YouTube channel. We'll probably continue to make more. We even did a 30-day Joe Dispenza meditation challenge inside of our Skool Community. So we like sharing a lot of his valuable information on this channel. So if you'd like to be a part of it, make sure and subscribe, because we're on a mission to helping over 20,000 people becoming magnetic manifestors. So let's talk about Walk for the World, why it's so important, what really comes from it, how to get started, and how you can actually utilize this information as well and start applying it to your life so that you can open up your heart, so that you can be more grounded, centered, and you can make this world a better place. Okay? So basically what the whole concept of this walking meditation, this Walk for the World Joe Dispenza meditation, is it's to raise the energy of the collective. Now, what does Joe always talk about in his books, in his videos, everything? Change your energy, change your life. Change your energy, change your life. But it's really raising up your energy, and then you raise your life, right? You can't create from very dense emotions. If you've ever seen the book or read the book right here, Letting Go by Dr. David Hawkins, he talks about the scale of consciousness. And we talk a lot about this inside of our Skool Community and a lot of our other resources. But there's a scale of consciousness. Down at the bottom is fear, scarcity, lack. At the top is love, abundance, right? So we want to get closer and closer to the top so that we can start attracting that in. And we want to do it on a collective basis, not just me, not just my friends, not just our community, but like the whole world. And that's the whole point of the Walk for the World meditation. Now, they've done this in years past, but Dr. Joe, he really wanted to solidify this practice for the entire world once again. And it was on October 12th. And so one of my good friends, Ryan Tamita, he has a brand called Middle Finger Mantras. It's a really powerful men's group here in Scottsdale, Arizona. But he brought together 19 amazing individuals. And what we did is we all met at a park in Scottsdale. We all got barefoot and we started walking. We put in our headphones and said, hey, we're going to all walk together. We're going to do this meditation. There's about a 15-minute intro. We started walking, and then it was about an hour-long meditation. Now, let's talk about what this really actually does for the collective, what it's done for the past, and then also what it did for me and all the other people that were around, and how it continued on throughout the rest of the weekend. So the reason that Joe wants us to do this, Dr. Joe wants us to do this as a collective, is because the more the energy that we put out as a collective, not just me, not just a couple people, not just a few people around the United States, but when we all do it together, what has happened historically speaking is that crime has gone down, car accidents has gone down, everything seems to get better, the violence starts to go down, because we are collectively raising the conscious again of the collective. And the more people that contribute to this, the more people that put that type of higher frequency out at the same exact time, the more beneficial it is to the entire world. I can tell you that firsthand just from our group when we went walking out on this grass, beautiful day, sunshine, palm trees. I mean, you don't get much better than here, but we had 19 amazing individuals there, and there was huge breakthroughs for people that were there, that were doing this meditation with us. And I know for me personally, it just allowed me to center, to calm. And that's really the most important part of the Woo and Do framework, what we always talk about on this channel as well as in our Skool Community, is you have to have that base level, right? You have to get that calm nervous system. Because until you have a calm nervous system, you're going to be operating from those dense emotions, the scarcity, the fear, the lack. And unfortunately, what's happening in the world today is that so many people are living in the fear, scarcity, and lack. And they're just continuing to experience that day in and day out because they're not intentionally lowering and grounding, right? And so that's exactly what meditation does. And that's why we set out a 30-day Joe Dispenza meditation inside of our Skool Community. And so many people are having just grand realizations and epiphanies and just feeling so much better. people that have been meditating for years, but then they implement this and they actually like set the intention to go in and be present. We had people closing 3K deals. We had people just feeling the best they ever had in a while. And that's the power of continuing to implement a practice. And so that's what's beautiful about this walking meditation with the collective, is that everybody in our collective, our 19 people, felt that same way. And for me too, I felt like actually it's really interesting because last week was the first week that I hadn't been doing the Joe Dispenza meditation challenge because we finished the 30 days. And by Saturday, I just felt a little off, right? It was the day prior. I was having some things going on with business and whatnot. And I needed it. I really needed that. Saturday morning, just calm down, center, get connected with the earth, take my shoes off, take my socks off, just walk around, just listen to Uncle Joe, and really sit with that. And it was really cool because he would have us hold our hands over our heart. He would have us stand. He would have us walk, and then there would be times where we'd stop, stand, hold our hearts, and just really focus on that type of energy. And basically what it was is that it was just continuing to imagine the type of person that really puts that type of energy out for the world, becomes that person that they know that they're capable of becoming, that higher version of themselves for the collective, for everybody else in the world, right? And when we have all those type of people leading with that type of energy, that is exactly what happens. So it was really, really powerful. And it was just amazing to be around all these other individuals. And some people just kind of came out of nowhere. And that's honestly what can happen when you bring together amazing individuals that are on a higher frequency and implement things that can help them continue to raise that frequency. Which brings me to one of my next points, and something that we're starting to talk about a lot more on this YouTube channel. So if you guys are interested in us talking about this, and inside of our Skool community, we even put a poll in there today. I was asking them, would you like me to show you what it really means and what it really takes to build an authentic personal brand? Okay, and what that really means is, brand just means basically attracting and nurturing relationships. And it can help you so much with becoming truly magnetic and manifesting on a much higher level. And so across my story, I've shared a lot in previous videos about Dr. Joe's, and what he's done for me in my life and how he's helped me in my manifestation journey. And one of the other huge pieces to my manifesting journey is building strong relationships, building a strong brand where I'm attracting and nurturing relationships. And ironically enough is that a girl that was in our 19 group, she actually, I had met her from before, but I didn't even really recall. And then she came up to me and was like, "Hey, it's so great to see you." And it's interesting because I've had that experience over and over and over and over and over and over again. I have people come up to me a lot. And so I share that to say, what would that be like for you, for your life, for your business, for your social circle, for your network, for your inner being? What would that do if you had all these amazing people in your inner circle that were, always kind of around and helping you, and when they see you, they get really excited, they give you a big hug. And that's what it was like when I got to our walking point. Like, I got there and I knew a bunch of people, and they came and gave me a big hug. And they talk about how powerful it is to do a 20-second hug. It releases endorphins inside of your body. So many people are disconnected because they don't have these strong relationships. They don't have a strong brand where they're attracting and nurturing relationships. And if you do it online at scale, right? But I've cultivated a really strong skill set of mastering an authentic brand. And that's really what it is all about. It's an authentic brand. People talk about brand all the time. And even some people like Ty Lopez are talking about how this is going to be the third wave of wealth, which I'm not disagreeing with whatsoever. If you have a really strong brand, you can make a lot of money, but that's not even necessarily the entire point. Having a brand is what you stand for. You know yourself. It's what people know you as. And if it's authentic, it's true to who you are, like, it just, you generate this fulfillment and passion and excitement for life because of it. And what's interesting is that if you don't do it authentically, it can really pull you away from who you are. And then you start actually connecting with people that are not meant for you. And then you can start feeling this loneliness inside yourself, even if you are hanging around with people. And so what I've noticed, through coaching people, through just developing a lot of relationships over the years, having lots of conversations on podcasts and just outside conversations, so many people are disconnected. They're disconnected from themselves. They're disconnected from other people, and it's a perpetual cycle because they're not connected with themselves. They don't know who they are. Therefore, they can't really connect with people that they really would want to connect with. And so it's really unfortunate, and that's why we're starting to lean in that direction and teaching people and helping people develop a really authentic brand. So not only can they monetize that and start partaking in this third wave of wealth, but they actually can be connected with themselves and be authentic to who they are, understand who they are, so that they can live a much more abundant, fulfilling life and manifest on a much higher level because they're actually truly magnetic, because one of the highest frequencies is authenticity, but most people don't know how to do it. So that's what Dr. Joe's meditations will help you do, is raise your frequency, get up more closer to that authenticity. But then we also utilize the woo and do framework, and that's how we can systematically, step by step, actually build strong relationships, because we know who we are, we know who we want to connect with, and it just continues to elevate, add energy to our lives and fulfillment to our lives. Because what I constantly say lately is that life is just about finding the right fitting shoes. And when I say the right fitting shoes, it's the right fitting people in your life. Life is all about optimizing for fit. You just want to be around people that are meant for you. Only way you'll know if people are meant for you is if you know yourself and you continue to raise your frequency so that you can be truly authentic to who you are, so people can actually connect to you. So I love Dr. Joe. He's had a massive impact in my life, and then doing this on a collective space with a group of people that every person I met there, I can continue to help develop my brand and meet the right people that are authentic to me and I want to continue to connect with. There's a few people I invited to one of our men's hangouts. And it's just a cool way to continue to nurture relationships. And again, I've been able to do this. I throw podcast events and we get sometimes over 200 people at them. I decide I want to start a men's hangout. Now we have over 170 people on the guest list. This isn't an accident, because again, we operate from the woo and do framework. We get very aligned, we get very centered, we continue to raise our energy all the time, right? Raise it into that highest frequency, authenticity. We're aligned with ourselves, we know ourselves, and then because of that we can attract. Okay, and that's what our accelerator program is all about. It goes far deeper than that. We also talk a lot about this inside the Skool Community. But if you really utilize the woo and do framework and do meditations like the Dr. Joe Walk for the World and all these other ones, as well as be very strategic on how to build a authentic brand, and then even further utilize online platforms so you can do that at scale, you can monetize that, but then you can also feel really good about it. Okay, done are the times where we just have to sacrifice for money. We can do it all the same, and that's when you build an authentic brand. So we're going to talk a lot more about this particular topic inside of our Skool Community on this YouTube channel. So make sure and subscribe. We're on a mission to helping over 20,000 people become truly magnetic using the woo and do framework. And then we're probably going to be doing a masterclass inside of our Skool Community, so make sure and join over there. But I want to say thank you for watching this video. I truly appreciate your time. Make sure and go check out all the other Joe Dispenza videos that I made. I made like a 3-part series talking about how I had my first 10K month, my first 20K month after going through his meditations and implementing the woo and do framework, building my authentic brand. It's powerful, powerful stuff. So if you guys want to be on that vibe, you want to master the woo, raise your frequency like Dr. Joe Dispenza talks about all the time, in addition to raising your authentic brand together with the woo and do framework, stick around. We're going to be creating a lot more content around it. So appreciate y'all, and we'll see you inside the Skool Community. We'll see you at the next video. Bye-bye.